So I'm Sinem. I'm the events lead of AIxDesign, a community of geeky designers, creative techies, and curious minds who are exploring the intersection of design, AI, machine learning, and data. And this event is the first event of our Fresh AI Playground program, which we will have workshops and artist talks as well in the following weeks and months under four main themes, which are music, sound, text, words, body poses, and image moving image. And the program is led by creative technologist Ambika, aka the computational mama. I will be sending a link if you would like to check her work further in the chat. So in the right bottom, you will see the chat box. You can click there and find all the chat and links. And we also would like to ask you to do something. So on the bottom right, left, actually, you will have a right to customize your look, just like you did in the beginning. And we're asking you to change your hair color. So if you're a totally beginner in AI and coding and stuff, you don't know much, you can make your hair red. And if you know a little bit, you're at an intermediate level, you can make your hair blue. And if you know how to code or you're using AI in your professional life or engage with it somehow, you can make your hair green. So we know how to, approach based on your knowledge. So should we wait a little so everyone can customize? You can also type in the chat.
If you are struggling with figuring it out, where you see your name at the bottom right in the little bar at the bottom, just click on that, and you will see it says change character. I can do a little bit of a screen share. So computer crashes is blue. So wait, let me just share my screen so I can. Oops. Okay, I don't know why it's not sharing screen now. Anyway, so at the bottom left, you'll see it says change character, and it has a number of things you can change out. And I think in the base tab, you'll see hair, so you can change the way your hair looks and also the color that you'd like.
So we have a lot of blue.
Oops, sorry.
We can wait like 1 more minute maybe and then start. I think I can start now, right? So before everything else, we wanted to break the ice a little and create something fun. So of course, in collaboration with AI. So we will be using an autocomplete tool to collaboratively create an AI poem. So Ambika will be sharing her screen. We will be using basically autocomplete tool. So each of us will reflect on AI and come up with a verse. Then the next verse will be created by AI. So we will create the poem this way. Can you share your screen, Ambika?
Just a minute. I think I may have to come back to gather. Sorry about that.
Okay, it's fine. We can wait a little, maybe a minute. So I think you can start thinking of your verses. If anyone wants to go first. Hi.
I just showed you my screen, but now it's not wanting to share. Anyway, so that currently we are we are that local playground which still figuring out its funding and its infrastructure. So today the space is a little limitedly populated, and as the program comes together, things will start getting populated a bit more. Just to give,
Amika, can you
yeah,
make announcement mode? I think people far away cannot hear you
yeah,
right now.
1 second. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, perfect now,
Okay,
right?
super. So I think you need to gather in where we are. Like, let me just show you where I am. Perhaps that will give you a sense. So I just said that we are a new playground, so things are still being figured out. So, as and when you drop in for our other sessions across the course of the next few months, uh, be sure to kind of explore what's happening here, and the way things pan out will kind of work with that. While I'm still figuring out screen share, perhaps that will not be a problem when you come in next time. uh, I just share it with you, Sinem, like a minute
Yes,
ago.
yes, yes. Can you try again or?
Yeah, give me a minute. Okay, maybe you want to try it once just to save time.
Yes, 1 sec. Just a second, please.
So while Sinem is figuring that out, I'll just give you a sense. I guess you all have started exploring the space. We just kind of laid it out a little bit, and as the program progresses, we are hoping that every time you come in, there'll be something more interesting to try out. Perhaps if people in the community are
So can you
excited,
see my,
maybe we can keep it open in on the non-event days as well. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
screen now?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So this is how we will do. So I type the first verse. So like we write the verse and then we trigger the autocomplete. Then it gives you 3 options. Then we choose one of them. So this is the second verse. And I will ask another person to write another verse. Then we will ask AI again to complete it. So how you can do it, you can either unmute yourself. I think that's more fun. But can everybody hear me actually, or?
Do you need announcer mode?
We can hear you fine.
Everybody can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Can we should we start doing it?
Yep.
So who wants to go the second? I will throw the ball.
I could go.
Yeah.
Sleep will take me to.
Sleep
And then I'm wondering if we can.
will take.
Sleep will take me to.
Perfect. Then we trigger. Which one would you choose?
Well, I would choose second one.
Perfect. Then
I'll
we
think of
want
some more.
one more person. Who else would like to add a verse? Okay, there is something in the chat, I think. A person's growth is conditioned by the environment that surrounds them and perfect. He'll have an innate sense of goodness. As an infant is conditioned by the environment that surrounds them. Or I think it goes away though. Okay, new ones. How they interact with them, its surroundings, not by the environment that surrounds them. Okay, then we go how they interact with them. I can read from the beginning if everybody wants. Artificial intelligence knows me less than my shadow does. In my mind, I'm not aware of any information. Sleep will take me to sleep. A person's growth is conditioned by the environment that surrounds them and how they interact with them. Who wants to go first? Next, sorry, not first.
How should I interact with sleep?
How should I interact with sleep? Let me trigger. Sleep is the time for the human mind to process and what do I do when I have a headache? You should not need to do anything to convince yourself that.
Third one, I think.
Anyone else? We can get maybe 2 more verses, then we can finalize. The tide is high and I'm holding on, we get from the chat. To it, I don't know. I'm afraid you will not. It might be time for me to tell you if you want. Which one? Cool. One more we go for. The last verse is coming from whom? I can throw the balls to someone. Nadia?
I was so sad that I didn't finish the lyric just right there. It might be time for me to tell you if you want. Ask it what we're gonna do today. What should how shall we play in the playground? What shall we play in the playground?
So I'm typing what should we play in the playground? Right? Then we're getting the last verse. I hope we can do what we love.
Obviously, that's the winning answer.
Yay!
Perfect. So thank you. This is our small, weird, very poetic poem. And thank you all. So we can now go back to Ambika.
All right, okay. So I'll kind of restate. I think many of you did we do a little bit of a AIxDesign introduction? Sinem, do you want to do that, or Nadia? Maybe you'd like to do it as the founder of the movement and community.
Yeah, okay, I can do it really quick. So for those who don't know us or haven't joined an event before, we're AIxDesign community. I gave it such a simple name so that, you know, it doesn't need much of an introduction. It's basically exploring practices at that intersection and yeah, just learning from each other and sort of playing along the way. We started with a Slack group, then we started doing events, and here we are 2 years later. With all you amazing people that have somehow found us. And yeah, I'm really excited. So this year we received like a cultural funding. So now we can actually do programs in the way that we weren't able to do before, which is really amazing. So shout out to Stimuleringsfonds. And the first program that we're kicking off is AI Playground with Ambika, and I've been following her work for ages. So I'm really excited to have her on board. So yeah, this is just kicking off. We're doing loads of other stuff as well. So if you're interested in these things, you can join us on the Slack or on socials or at future events. I'll drop some links on the chat. And if you have any questions, just talk to me on the chat. But yeah, really happy you could all make it to be with us here.
Okay, thank you so much, Nadia. Thanks for making this happen for all of us. I'll just quickly give you a sense of how the playground is today and what we are thinking of for the coming months to follow. AI Playground became a space for the for the AIxDesign team to kind of look at how we can involve more creative people in AI, what it would mean to like bring it to us as tools or toys, but not just looking at it in terms of like markets and just money and business oriented things, but giving ourselves that opportunity and time to look at it in terms of our creative practices. So when we were looking at it, we figured, okay, there could be some interesting things that the playground could be about. Primarily, a playground is all about doing things together, kind of being scared of things but still trying them, not being afraid to fall or fail, and obviously like connecting things in ways that you didn't think they would be possible. So we've kept those sort of as the basis of the space. Currently it's kind of building itself. Each area, these blobs that you see, are currently just one link each, which you can explore. On the right of the playground rules, or I don't know how, if you want to say it in map terms, on the east of it, there is a embedded link for Google Sheets. If you use tools yourself, we'd be happy for you to add them, so it'll give us a sense of to know what the community is using, and what else is it that can be inspiring for us. Thanks to the I keep calling X X design team. We also have a nice list of, I can just go there, maybe if you guys want to follow me. This pool table has a nice list of like amazing links in it, which very kindly have been shared by the team. It's got some really, really crazy links. Some are very simple, some are really complex, but it really gives you an opportunity to like plunge yourselves into the waters that are AI. And on the left, that little pile of like cyberpunk waste where Yasmin is currently standing with Ophelia is basically a small Google Sheet. So we'd like for you to add things that you find interesting or have been using or have heard about. Oh, I didn't realize Evgen is behind. Sorry. So this is what we've been looking at, and what we were thinking is that at the end of today, whatever you want to like share, I don't know if this drive link is working, but perhaps we'll figure out a way for you to maybe share some screenshots or images that you build with your AI. So we'll start off at the left. We'll do a quick tour and then we'll leave you guys to do whatever you want. You can meet us. We'll be hanging around here and there. Shout out to us if you're stuck somewhere. And try to find someone who doesn't have your hair color. So maybe you will get to collaborate in an interesting way. So just like come with me to the left and then we'll take you around. Oh yeah, and by the way, sorry guys. Sorry. If you if you kind of come back here at another point, we'll keep updating the event list here as well, and then perhaps do like little portals next to them, so you can kind of move on to them as the event happens. Watch out for these two; they'll be pretty interesting. We'll keep you posted on about them on social media. Now we'll head over to the other end of the playground. So this has the transformer link. Now, if some of you aren't able to reach the bookshelf. I'll just drop the link also in the chat. It's not even GPT-3, it's GPT-2. The idea today is to keep the tools and the toys simple so that you aren't sort of immediately overwhelmed by the coding aspects or the cost aspects as well. So this one is what we already used in the little poem that we kind of generated. Uh, Perhaps what you could see is like how you want to like mix what you're getting here and take it to the next tool, which will be image. So if you can, I don't know, I'm stuck somewhere. Yeah, all right. I'm also seeing like gather as an opportunity to wear things and be like how I've never been, because like I can never wear spandex ever in my life or an eye patch. So this link is a very simple text to image link. So here you can kind of uh, bring that sense of poesis and text and see what the machine can generate for you as an image. These It's got a wonderful set of them. Some are with pixels, some are with like hand drawn kind of styles. This is a really sort of good way to uh, gauge how you want to engage with the machine. I think one of the things where we get yep, let me do that. We get kind of disengaged with tech is when we see that it's not giving us results that we wanted. But the idea is that if you are able to adjust with a collaborator who's human, think about AI also as a collaborator. So you have to kind of see how you can kind of adjust to them in a way, and their kind of like lack or naivety in a sense. I don't know if the links came up properly. Yeah, I think they did. So the first one is the Transformers link, and then we head over to music, and then a little bit on PoseNet. So from here, we'll quickly run off to the next space. Where I'm stuck between a lot of people. Okay, here we are at with already Steve and Beatnik and a couple of other people. So this is something that I feel like has either become like very big professional projects where like people are integrating AI into their like larger like Ableton or those like very professional production software. But I saw that this Muse Netlink, which is the second one from OpenAI, has some very interesting explorations you can try. It also allows you to download that piece. I requested Beatnik to help me in the morning with it. So perhaps if he wants to share his opinions or his viewpoints about it, you can meet him just after we do the last set of the playground. And then, oh, by the way, if you guys want to be really kind to us and throw confetti, that's with F. If you want to dance, it's Z. And if you're stuck in between a bunch of people, just do G, which is ghost, and then you can go through them. Okay, and then eventually we are at body and movement. Of course, this is something I think all people from creative fields are really interested in terms of like engaging with the idea of technology and body movement. But not all of us move like me. I love sitting in one place and not doing anything. But this link, I don't know if it's turning up in the embedded format, but it is basically this teachable machine link, which is a fourth one. I can repost it. Um, it allows you to very simply add your movements on the webcam and then turn it into a simple sketch. We can do that as well. If someone's interested in doing it today, we'll be happy to kind of do a little session on that. So now, because we are already like at half an hour mark, it's 30 minutes now. I think we'll like leave you guys to it, and I will try to figure out how you can share your screenshots with us in a way that's not a 404 page and it's kind of blanking out. And if you want to, Gather Town allows you to like have conversations where you don't have to like involve others. So you can go into corners and whisper, and your audio won't come up to the others, so you'll not disturb them. It's like maybe just think about it like breakout rooms. And towards the introduction area, we've even made small private spaces with the swings, which kind of accommodates maybe 2 or 3 people. So you can use those if you really want to have a private conversation but still appear cool in the middle of the playground. So I'll just head on to figuring things out, and then if you have any questions, just put them in the chat or ask us me, Sinem, Nadia. Yasmin's here. She's also from the AIxDesign team. I don't know if the other teammates as well. Sorry, not certain. Just like let us know. uh, and then we'll maybe say meet, like maybe we'll meet you in groups wherever you are in another couple of minutes and see where things are going. Now I'm going to go off into the corner. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was just figuring out what I should do to give you that link as well. Are you able to see this or share things in it? Sinem? Okay. Do people want a demonstration of sorts, or like are you guys okay like tinkering about and having fun on your own? Demo would be nice. Okay. All right. Okay. Sinem, you'll have to help me with the screen share again.
What should I share?
Just share this link, this one, with 1 second. I'll just redrop it in the chat. All right, so this is a very simple tool which allows you to just imagine you telling an artist that, okay, draw me a picture of uh, a garden where there are lovely trees, and they, with the best of their ability, are able to end the style that they know best, able to draw something. So think about these models just like that. Now, when we use the word models, typically this comes from a larger idea of like mathematically looking at how AI algorithms work. Let's not stress ourselves about it too much, but think of it like there is a large database around a certain subject, and they've used it to build something that kind of produces, say, a sound or an image or a picture or whatever it is. So perhaps maybe if you can go to the first link, uh, this one. So here, these are already like pre-loaded, whatever you want to call them, pre-defined kind of little tools where you can put in text prompts. So, and there are various models which you can use, and then just like hit submit and see what it gives you. So these can take time, because I mean, just like an artist, the work will never come up immediately, they will take time also. So just and since many of us may be using it together, it could have like a little bit of a delay as well. But the idea is that once you start playing around with it, you'll be able to get a better sense of where you can take these technologies with you in your work as well. For example, the blobs that you see on the playground today were actually defined by an object detection algorithm, were just like shapes of from a picture of like, I don't know, seals or something, like the animal. And we like the brand identity team kind of took it to another level by making it blobs for the sort of branding of the space. So those are opportunities for you to sort of like now bridge those spaces between your practice, which maybe with Adobe software or other music software, or like very professional artistic creative workflows, and try to build these into it. Of course, there's no exactness to it, like how if you are, say, a creative director, you would ask your artist to make something, they may not make it exactly as your imagination. So you have to give it that little bit of leeway and work with it. So Nadia, Illis Preacher Kofi is like a live coding whiz, and he's been doing these amazing pieces with all of that. Perhaps, Kofi, if you'd like to share some of your work on the chat, that'd be really useful for everyone else. Please feel free to share your things. Today was about bringing your toys and your joys to the space. So add stuff into the chat if you want. We'll kind of do a little bit of a collection and re-add it to the Google Sheets if you all are not feeling up to looking at a Google sheet after a full day of work. Um,
What about we use the first few verses of our poem?
yeah, why don't you use the first few verses? That would be pretty cool. Keep the prompt a bit short. Like think of it like a child or a cat or a dog, the instructions need to be limited so that they can make sense of it. And in fact, it would be really interesting to see if you just put the GPT-3 response rather than the human prompts to see GPT-2 responses, just to see what happens. So this link is on the chat. You can try it yourselves. There are a bunch of okay, so let it run, I guess. So I mean, I don't want to say it, but like already you can see some inherent biases in the writing women's the way they were looking. But I guess there are other streams where we talk about this through the AIxDesign community, through tooling, through Nadia, what is that program I saw recently with Abdo? Sorry, maybe you could add that as well.
Hey, what is this queue? It can run only one prompt at a time.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
What is this queue?
So the queue is basically, I guess they have like some kind of a server system which like needs to do it one after the other. So I guess a few of us are doing it together now. So it's kind of queued up this response is the second one after the previous one, whatever that might be. So if you guys want to just kind of Beatnik, do you mind like showing us the MuseNet thing that you did in the morning? Perhaps if you show it as someone who actually knows something about music rather than me, it would be much better. So, are you there or you left? He is there. Let me just ask him in the chat.
Because we're in the image part, image island.
Yeah, but I'm still on the broadcast thingy.
Yeah.
Tom, would you like to walk us a bit through Night Cafe if you've used it? Perhaps it would be nice if
Yeah,
maybe if you do it.
sure, but I think I need to have the same. Can I have the megaphone mode you are having?
Okay, let me just figure that out for you.
Or everyone just needs to gather around me. I'm not sure. Can I share my screen? Yes.
Okay, you are on Spotlight, so I think people should be
Okay,
able to hear
great.
you.
Just let me. Okay, I will be back in a second. I need to restart Chrome.
Same problem happening. All right, okay.
For those who are not so scared of code, so maybe people with green hair and maybe some of the people with blue hair, I also shared a link to a few VQGAN implementation in Colab on the chat. So if you want to have like more control and mess with more parameters and you're not scared of code, then you could continue this journey over there. One of my favorite tricks is also just putting Unreal Engine in the prompt. So then shit comes out looking very nice, 3D, smooth, realistic instead of sort of really weird style. And when I found that hack, I felt I felt like I hacked my computer. Yeah, you can adopt any style, right? So, I mean, one that a lot of people do is also like Van Gogh style, but you can also do, I don't know, surrealism or like by Picasso or whatever. So you can actually, I didn't realize that in the beginning that you can specify like the contents of the image and the stylistic like values of the image separately. But that's really fun. I've got that. Oh yeah, this diffusion is also great. Okay, Tom, show us what you got.
Hold on, I'll just put you on spotlight. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, awesome. I will
Sinem, I
share
think
my
you may have
screen.
to unshare your screen.
So this tool Night Cafe, it does nearly the same stuff that we've seen before, but it's a little bit faster, but it's still really approachable. So it's not like Colab where you need to look through all the code. The only limitation right here is that you need some kinds of credits. So right now I'm having like 40 credits because I logged in 40 days in a row, or not in a row, but on 40 days, then you get, or no, that's not correct. You get 5 credits per day, and you can use 1 credit to create 1 artwork. If you're interested, I wrote a little bot that just checks the website every day, so you don't have to keep track of that. But I think today I have not done that. So I put the link in the description or in the chat, and you can just put in a text prompt, and then it will create an image. And I will show you what I did. I think that might be easier in the past. For example, I did a workshop on AI and design in watercolor. Yeah, it's okay. A sunny day in Hamburg. Yeah, okay. Base
Okay.
sausage with cheese, Unreal Engine. So this is what Nadja talked about. If you put in words like Unreal Engine, or even like here, an event on artificial intelligence and design, 10% human, no, 100, then humans minus 100, brain 30, cheese 70, polished Kodak 8 hectare. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right here. You can like engineer your prompts in a way. You can say, okay, I wanted 30% cheese and 70% Kodak hectare camera, or I want 101 Dalmatines as a cubist style, and all of that stuff. So this is really a interesting field that is emerging at the moment. In a research project I was part of, we called this prompt engineering. So you just put in something like Unreal Engine, and then it looks, like 3D rendered the face sausage with cheese. And I really like this Night Cafe thing because it's a good middle ground in it works really well, but it's not so overcomplicated. Hero
Thank
hacker,
you.
yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
So nice, thanks for sharing them. What happens when you click evolve this creation? Is there like a sort of built-in collaborative mode?
I'm just gonna open it up and you mean, what do you mean?
So when you go to the one, to your previous creations,
yeah.
it says
Evolve
like
this
evolve
creation.
this
Yeah,
creation.
you can
What happens?
you can use this. We could, for example, use the sunny day in Hamburg, and then I thought we can use
And then it uses that like a
it
input
just
image.
used the text prompt. I thought it also uses it also uses this as a start image. So we could say a sunny day in Berlin, for example. And then we say, okay, create. And now it uses this as a starting point. So it's not generating something from random, but it uses this, our wonderful image of the Hamburgian harbor, and creates something new that should be more Berlinish.
Yeah.
Let's find out what is happening. So we see some progress here, and we are also seeing what is happening in the image. So it tries to generate new stuff in an iterative way, and it's always checking with another model if the model or the picture that is visible does fit the text prompt. So there are basically two models in this one model. One is generating and one is checking if it's the text prompt. Yeah, okay. So the water turned to pavement, which is more Berlin style. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not really. Maybe, yeah.
I think if we put Udaipur, we might get some more shocking, fun results. But Berlin and Hamburg, I see how they would look the same. That's cool though that
But
it
it's
has
definitely
like
different.
built-in
Although
modes.
I don't know much about either city, but I can see
It
that
doesn't look like
Berlin
that.
looks really does look different from the previous one, which was Hamburg.
Yeah. And it's
Okay,
also
great.
sunny, so yeah, got that one right. So yeah, it's fun. I think it's a good tool. It's very good in the middle. Yeah, just sign up for it. I think you need to create an account for it, but that's the biggest challenge for it.
Amazing.
Nice.
All right. I guess Beating's not around, so but Kofi's offered to share something as well. He needs a minute or two. At this point, like the people whose hair isn't green or blue, if you have any things that you've been trying or you're stuck somewhere, let us know. We are here. If you don't want to tell us in the public chat, you can tell us in the inbox section where we'll secretly know if you need help. Uh,
I was actually running the. Can you hear me?
mm-hmm.
I was actually running the verse, the first verse, in 3 different tools on 3 different tools. I can share with you actually. One sec. So this is Wombo. I think maybe some of you already know it. It's very similar to Night Cafe, but I think it's a little bit less developed. So you can also use the style, choose the style, and write the prompt and stuff. And this is what it generated when I typed the first verse, which is artificial intelligence knows me less than my shadow does. And then this is what Night Cafe did, and then this is what the replicate is still doing, but I think something like this will appear. So it's weird, like seeing how they're all different a lot.
And then there's also something DALL-E #2, the new version of it, which is like text to image, but yeah, on the moon.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I have no access to it at the moment. I think only a few people do, but what they are creating is just something completely different than what we are seeing at
So
Dearest Sinem, my screen sharing queen. please help me again. Maybe we'll just do a quick on the teachable machines, which is a very approachable project as well. Little old now, but still maybe worth looking at. Um,
Coming. Can you also put me in the spotlight so maybe everyone
yeah,
can see? Or...
okay. Maybe we'll like to keep ourselves on our feet, move to the poses section just because.
Here we are.
Tom, can I remove you from the spotlight? Is that okay?
Yes, please. Yes, do so.
Thank you. So this is another fun way to start off in terms of understanding, like understanding how image recognition can work even with body poses. This is called PoseNet. It's part of a larger group of models in TensorFlow, which is a word you'll hear commonly as you start delving into ideas of AI. So, Sinem, if you just open your webcam, but the button there on that, you'll see something. So you can already see the Sinem's faces up with like some like eye, nose, ear, a little bit of a shoulder, and so this is it. It takes about 17 body points, which it kind of estimates uh, by its own decree. So what you can do is say, for example, Sinem, do you mind holding your hand in that strange position and just hitting the record button? I'm so sorry to make you do this, but just leave it there for like just a little bit, maybe until it says like 50 or something.
Like this?
Yeah. Are you? Is it giving you a bunch of samples or is it just kind of stuck?
It's one post sample. Okay. Right now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. You can stop the hold. You can stop holding the button. And the next one, you can be extremely stoic and not have any pose in the class 2.
Sorry?
There says class 2 at the bottom. There's a
Yeah.
little
Yep.
other
Yep. Yep.
box.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So just
Webcam
like do
again.
another pose. Slightly different. This is a little bit too similar. Yeah. That's a good one.
1 second. I
Too
cannot
similar.
use
Yeah.
my
Just
pen to
like
record.
just do very bored, no hands at all. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's perfect. So like similar number, like 50 or whatever. Yeah. And then you can just hit train after that.
Did I do way too many poses?
No. Just give it a second. Okay. It doesn't take too long. Yeah. Just don't switch your tab as it says. So, guys, today is less about us giving you a sense of like what you can do, but just more of like, let's just gauge what the community is about. Is it just a lot of people who know code? Is it a lot of people who don't know it, or is it mixed? I can see it's kind of like somewhere in the middle. Uh, but I guess it's the key focus is that everyone's curious and interested in trying something new. So the series will now kind of focus on that by bringing in artists and creators from the 4 streams that we are looking at through AI, and give you a sense of their through talks, sense of their workflows, and also through workshops how you can try and achieve those things as well. So those are of course upcoming. I think AIxDesign has a wonderful newsletter which is updated fairly regularly. So if you want to follow that, you can, or of course Instagram and Twitter. So Sinem, do you mind doing that cross on the top, like just yeah? So now when Sinem did the board pose, it's telling her, the computer's predicting that it's class 2, but when she waves her hand, it'll try to predict that it's class 1. So this is a simple way for like us to explain to the computer that, hey, if I'm waving my hand, it's like it's one particular like it's one set of learning, and when I'm sort of sitting in a bored way or like not doing anything, it's another. And then one can export the model if you click on the top there, and there should be something that says P5JS model, which directs you like to take it to. Maybe if you do download, upload the model, it comes up. Yeah, if you upload the model, upload my model. Yeah. So for those who are coming in new, those with the pink and red hair, you have to believe that AI, very much like a child or a pet, has its limitations. I said this before as well, but it is up to us how we engage with them, how we learn from them, and also how we teach them. So we have to be very clear. And this model particularly has a very good sort of mapping in that sense onto this idea of engaging with someone who's still learning about the world, just like computers are, or like children are, or small pets are, uh, young pets are, not small. That you're kind of telling, you're like, it's a sense of like understanding and then predicting, and understanding in terms of a confidence. So like my son can confidently tell the difference between a bird and a cow, but can he confidently tell the difference between a crow and a pigeon? Like they are very similar in that sense. They are from a similar class, whereas the cow is different. So what you see here when it says 100%, it's the computer 100% confident that Cinema is sitting bored, which is class 2, or she's waving, which is class 1. So these are some little nuances that you will have to like start picking up as you are moving into your adventurous journey through the playground and through AI. But just kind of like pay attention to this kind of like strange stuff that I'm just talking to you about. Kofi, do you still want to present, or have you pushed? You're kind of left the scene. I don't know where you are. Ben, would you like to present something? You have green hair in your avatar, and so does. Oh, I'm going to put people on the spot now. So does Lucas and Tom Hanks
Hi.
already. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, we could move. No, we could go somewhere else if you wanted to.
Amika, in the chat, they're saying they're here.
Yeah. Would you do you want to present something, Kofi? Would you like to share something?
Okay.
Okay, great. Put you on the spotlight. When? What about you? Would you like me to add you as well to? Anything that you'd like to share with the group? Any AI tools, toys, uh, games that you think would be interesting for the community to know about? Okay. Maybe you can share a little quick walkthrough with us about it after Kofi.
Yeah. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just drop it. I dropped the 4 things there. And I think y'all can see me too.
Yep.
Very cool. And I can share screen. Yes, I can. So I'm going to share screen right now. I'm actually going to share what I did during this time a bit and then explain. Hold up 1 second. Alright. So y'all can see my screen. Okay, yeah, y'all can see my screen, right?
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
so one thing, like I was saying in the chat, that I find very cool about this is that sometimes when we think of AI, we think of it just as this, I should do random stuff, but you can use a lot of the creativity. So the 4 images you see, and I'm pretty sure, let me see if you can see the file names. I actually I realized that if you give it poetic prompts, you start getting like poetic imagery. So for this one, what I wrote to get this image was, the citizens had enough, but they want peace. Rather than being tough, hold your breath, watch your steps. And I always found it interesting that when we talk about like AI and stuff, it's just interesting on like it can read like procedural stuff or typical stuff, but once you get into poetry and into like abstract writing, it starts giving you abstract stuff. So for example, this image, I wrote dirty money mixed with sweet honey. And as you can see, like, I don't know if you see like how, and then you look at the image, or like what's related. But whenever we talk about dirty money, if you ever watch movies and stuff, it has like a whole trail. Like whenever you think dirty money, you see like bundles of cash all over the floor because they can't put it in the bank. So I think it sort of did that. And then with the honey aspect, you sort of see the flowers navigating. And this is just something that, like, if you are trying to like engage with AI, you don't know, just bring some of the thoughts that you had in the head. Like for this one, and let me see if I can make this bigger. Like in this one, you see this one I wrote, the winter spoke as the summer froze. And if you look carefully, you can tell in the background it is summer because the grass is green and the water's there, but then it made sure to freeze the leaves. And then then also you can also go with like this one. Do we even know how the pigs will roll? Hold up, let me get the whole poem. So this one was a longer prompt. And for both of them, I used like a Pixray, but also Night Cafe. And Night Cafe did a decent job, actually. And for the pigs one, you see it is, do we even know how the pigs will roll? Do we even care why the story is never told? Always on hold, away from the soul. And then when you sort of look at it, you can tell like this one has, like, you can tell that they're sort of soulless in a way, and like they're sort of roll over, sort of like a bit of a disturbing image when you ask. But I think that it sort of took that tone from the mix of words, right? I'm like, pigs will roll, hold, away. So this is just something that I thought like people usually find interesting, that you can use different prompts, different styles to engage with AI. It doesn't have to be like typical human stuff. So like with the dance posting, you can like, I don't know if anyone has done like that Snapchat filter when it first came out, where it like try to find out different faces. So you can like do poses based on different cartoons or animation and then mix them with humans. So I hope that helps like open people's minds on like the full range of how you can engage with AI. And thank you, C Mama, for letting me share.
Thank you for joining. I don't even know how early it is there, Kofi. Thanks so much. That was really super. I think Kofi's already added some of the things that he's tried on the drive. I'm going to reshare that link here again. If you have things you'd like to share with the community, if you are okay with us sharing it through the AIxDesign socials, Nadia, do you think that's okay if we do that? If people have
You're not under spotlight, Ambika.
okay. Hello. So Kofi's added the images to the BYOT participant drive. I've added the link again in the chat. Uh, perhaps we can, Nadia, perhaps we can share them. Sinem, do you think is it okay if we share them through our socials, through the AIxDesign
Yeah,
Instagram
sure.
and Twitter? So
Definitely. Also, if people are fine with that themselves, we can ask for consent if we want to share anything that is not your face or my face. I also wanted to quickly share this. So, like building on what was said, um, using poetry, but also what you can do with some of these. I don't know which one of the tools do it or not, but like, you know how it iterates to create the images and ultimately lands on like one frame, but it goes through a bunch of like different frames to arrive there. So some of these tools allow you to, I've done this in Colab, so I don't know which ones you can or cannot do, but to actually export the kind of animation of the iterations rather than just the final frame. What you can then do is use that like last final frame as the input image for the next prompt. And then you can string all your things, all these animations together to kind of make a film or like, you know, a sort of ongoing animation. I'm sure there's better ways of doing this with code, okay? But I only have blue hair, so I just did it in a very hacky sort of like sticky tape way. But I just shared a link as well to this video that Memo Acton made. He's quite a big name in this space as well. And he used this poem, Machines of Loving Grace, which is a kind of a classic. And use that poem to generate images, but then also, yes, strung it together. So it's not just an image or a 3-second animation, but this whole kind of short film. And I think that's really interesting, bring some of these things together around like using poetic input, but also pushing the boundaries of these outputs and seeing how you can, you know, use them in different ways, using like also what we did before, the output of the GPT, then as the input for like the text to image. So yeah, I just wanted to share that example. I posted it in the chat. Can watch it after.
thank you. So I think we've kind of like we are on the almost like 90-minute mark, right? A little bit less, 75 minute. So at this point, we can kind of decide whether we want to hang out. I mean, I'm happy to hang around if someone needs more help, or if you want to like just start exploring and adding it to the drive, or don't care and want to just like get on with the rest of your evening or day or night or wherever you are. Please, you're more than welcome to. I just wanted to reiterate that this is happening across the next few months. It will be talks and workshops. Of course, there are many other parallel programs that are running through AIxDesign. So please join us for those as well. And just kind of let's just build some things together and be excited and like do fun things, and I don't know, like just have fun and fall and get dirty and and messy and whatever else. So let us know how we can help you. I'll be hanging around here. If anyone needs help, please let me know. And that's it. Nadia, is there anything else you'd like to add if we've forgotten?
No, thanks so much for opening up the program with this fun, messy session. Also, thanks for showing me how to throw confetti because that's really fun. Yeah, thanks so much for hosting, and Cinema as well. Thanks everyone for showing up. I'll be chilling here a little bit. But for whoever has to drop, I dumped some links on the chat so you can stay in touch with us. And we hope to see you here again as we start like evolving all these little islands and maybe ferries between them. So yeah, thanks. Nothing else, I think.
Woohoo!
Yeah, thanks from my side too. It's really fun seeing all the toys. And I would like to walk around more actually.
And thanks for everyone who like joined in to share a bit. I know it's can be awkward to share with digital beings on a screen, even after 2 years of doing that. But like we are real people and we appreciate you. So thanks for sharing as well, showing up.
Thank you. Thanks so much for coming. And we are around. If you guys want to see real toys, my floor is full of them. So, but please add your links, whatever you feel will help the community like learn about AI and kind of make it more approachable. And please go through the link at the pool table, which has got like maybe like almost like 70-80 links, right, Nadia? That's quite crazy and amazing. So perhaps something exciting from there as well. I'm going to go check on the recording because I feel like something's wrong with it. I'll be back.
Can we?
I'm gonna go request access to the DALL-E to see if they can put me on the waiting list.
If you want to try a trick I did last time with GPT-3, I sent a message to, I can send you his name on Twitter. I think it's Sam something. And he's the CTO of OpenAI. And last time he let people in if you just send him a mail or a tweet, a direct message on Twitter. So this is how we got the access to GPT-3 really quick, but I haven't tried it out with DALL-E yet, but maybe it will work. I will send him, I will send you
That's a good hack.
his
Yeah,
profile.
please do. I will try that and then let you know if that works.
He never answered me on my message. He just let me in, and I think this was the reason.
That's fine. That's good enough. That works for me.
Yeah, they're quite cool. I think they just want to know that you're legit and you're not going to do some nonsense with them.
Yeah. Nice. I'm gonna check that out. How's everything going, Tom, on your end? How's work and you guys' events?
Yeah, we did like the AIX event, the high event, and this was also the end for me in the project. So I left the project.
Okay.
I'm not part of the research project anymore. I'm now doing a serious full-time job thing, and I'm regretting it a little bit already. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh no! What is
No,
the job?
it's quite fun, but it's also quite conservative. So it's like I'm working in IT consulting, and the company I'm working in is like they do normally like audit stuff for tax auditing and all that stuff. So it's a lot of banking and all that. And yeah, I don't know. They asked me. They wrote me a message on LinkedIn. So yeah, maybe I will try it out for a bit more, but maybe go back to freelance as well.
Yeah, until something more interesting pops up. All right. Well, I hope it does become more interesting. Let me know.
Yeah, sure. And you started?
I also took a serious full-time job, but it's definitely not boring. It's really fun, actually. Yeah, I started as like head of creative tech, so I just get to do more of this.
Are you following me?
Yes. I was thinking, can we go to music?
Let's do that. There should be a run mode because I want to run to these places. They're very far away from each other. This is also really cool. I don't know if you tried this link. Basically, you can just like the prompts, you can just say that, okay, make it like sound like Beethoven.
Can you
or
tell
whatever.
everyone where we are right now so they hear?
Yeah, they're coming in because I'm on Spotlight anyway.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm like that worst person on the playground that everybody hates. So Sinem, you are the queen in this one too.
Yes, one sec. I was just signing up.
Sorry.
1 second. I'm signing up quickly. So you can talk about the tool a little if you want.
So this is, I guess, the same as Tom spoke of OpenAI already. They've made some kind of tools around music, like some experiments, shall we say, around music. But these tools haven't come out in the open, as far as I know. Tom, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. This thing called MuseNet, which I don't know, didn't seem to have its own tool in the API space. Uh, this is the link here in the chat. This also has a, like, in terms of that text prompt, and as Tom very nicely put it, prompt engineering seems to be how it all works. So if you sort of scroll down, there's a little tool, a little bit niche. Sorry, niche is in the so little bit niche, little bit, yeah. So this thing compose with whatever. So if you open the advanced settings in this, show advanced settings, I think, yeah. So you can change the style of the so like Lady Gaga or whatever, or Beatles. Okay, a little bit better taste than me. So, hey, but Lady Gaga is the best. Okay, and then you can choose the sort of instrument. Uh, Actually, the arrangement, entire arrangement. You can choose a bunch of the instruments, and then I think you can hit just hit that arrow. I think now after you're done.
It's generating.
I will just play it now. I guess. And you can even download it from the bottom right if you are so inclined. And Sinem, I think, you can see these little lines at the bottom, which are like white and just above the play button. So I think it gives you different versions or something if you look through them.
Let's
So this
try
one is a
something.
sort of fun one to try. I know it really went behind. I feel like we did, and I'm sorry about that, When. This is pretty much my nightmare. It's frozen, but okay.
Oops. I want a video game music with Beethoven. It takes time for Beethoven to make video game music, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he was a genius after all, Sinem. Come on.
Yeah, this took a bit longer than the others. Oh, here.
That was a bit funny side. Okay, thanks, Tom. Thanks for showing your work as well. That was very useful. And the links that you shared, I saw some of them. Hopefully, we see you around for the other parts of the program. Okay, thank you. Exited.
What I wanted to do is like generate the music with the muse, and then like make people dance to it, and then train PoseNet with those dance. Hold on.
We'll do it. Now we have to do it. Oh no. Okay.
I don't know if anybody else has any, music tools to suggest.
I added Magenta to the link as well. That is
Yeah.
like a downloadable one. I think we need to explore a bit more on this music stuff. It seems to be a bit more proprietary than I was first imagining it to be. Okay, I think maybe we'll head out now, no? It's pretty late already.
Sure. I want to just go sit on the swing a little.
Okay, go take a relaxing break. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone who still hung around. Jyotika, thank you for joining, meeting after a long time. And let me see who else is still there. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, you've been here since the very beginning, and in fact, you reached before us to the, to the Gathertown today. So thank you, and hope to see you in the next set of events. And let us know if you've added anything to the drive. We'll be happy to share it with the community, and kind of you can flex your new AI skills to everybody. Yes, will be. I have done a recording, but I cannot see how successful it was because Gather is not set up for recording. But surely we can give you a messy recording. And if you have anything that you'd like to know more about, you can always ask us on Slack. I don't know if that was already shared. I think right, the Slack link. Or are you there already on it? You? Okay, I think we'll head now. See you guys. See you, Lucas. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for organizing the event. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Sinem, thank you so much. You are a star. you, I don't think I could have done this without you.
What? Say it again.
I don't think I could have done this without you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. But now I think I know where the little gaps are. I think it was good to have this pre-event. Otherwise, I didn't want these risks to happen in the talk. So I think we'll figure how we can set that up. And Yasmin is saying that she might help us build a tool for the background so that it's different for each of the rooms or each of the events.
Ooh.
Let's see. But I don't want to like pressure. I know she's already now taking on that second role. So let's see where it goes. So let's see. Thanks, Nadia. Thanks for like holding our hand
Thank
through
you.
this messy stuff.
Of course, this was really fun. Great, just opening, you know. It's quite nice to have like
Yeah.
a sort of launch
Yeah.
opening that is not yet the thing itself.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
nice.
I was
Thanks
just
for
because it's
putting that.
your branding is very specific, so I didn't want it to just like jump into something without like really gauging what the community is about. And it's fairly mixed, no? I think a lot of people have, tried a bit of coding.
Yeah,
Some people are experts.
yeah,
Totally
I think it is. Yeah,
Hi,
super
can you
mixed.
hear me?
so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
we
hear you.
can. Hello.
I was trying to talk, but I'm not sure my microphone was working, but it finally works now.
Oh. Good. Better late than
Great.
never.
Will
Yeah,
the
exactly. For next
recording
time.
be uploaded to the drive, or will we receive an email?
Let us
Yes,
see
you
how the recordings come through.
Thank you.
you
So
will
yeah.
definitely receive a follow-up email, but the recording we will need to see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you want to join the Slack or if you need any other information from us to join the community, we will send a follow-up mail.
Sure. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks you.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna pop off as well. Thanks so much. I took a bunch of notes, screenshots, and stuff that you can use for documentation and socials and stuff. Also, really love the openings, really cute. Very nice,
I
like
left
collective.
Yeah, thank you.
Really nice opening. I love this like collective writing and like put your hair color in a certain way. That was really nice.
Yeah, that was
Really
actually
good.
also Ambika's contribution a little.
Yeah, well, teamwork.
That's okay. It's
Teamwork
all
makes the
together.
dream work.
Yes, definitely. It was nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Great. All right, I'm gonna pop off because I'm still in the office and the cleaners are looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing here? But talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much. And
Ciao.
yeah.
Okay, see
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Bye. See you.